The lights beamed down in the theater of combat as two of boxing's brightest stars stood across from each other, eyes locked with the intensity only warriors can understand. Teofimo Lopez, the explosive and enigmatic talent, faced off against Josh Taylor, the gritty Scottish technician with a heart forged in fire. From the first bell, it was clear this wasn't just a clash of champions, it was a battle of wills. Lopez came out sharp, spring-loaded with energy. He worked behind his jab, probing, testing, inviting Taylor to take the bait. Taylor, ever the calculated craftsman, kept a tight guard and used slick lateral movement to feel out the distance. Both men were cautious but dangerous, each recognizing the threat in the other. The tension was electric, every feint drawing a gasp from the crowd. The early rounds were chess and gloves. Teofimo's speed flashed as he darted in and out of range, popping Taylor with sharp counters that snuck between the guard. Taylor, unfazed, absorbed the shots with poise, returning fire with stiff jabs and the occasional left hand to the body. He wasn't just trying to win rounds, he was investing, digging to the midsection, trying to wear down Lopez's spring-loaded legs. As the fight progressed, Lopez began finding his rhythm, his timing impeccable. He caught Taylor with a thudding right hand in the third that echoed through the arena and briefly backed the Scotsman into the ropes. But Taylor didn't panic. He circled out, clinched when needed, and made Lopez reset. The experience showed in those moments. Taylor had been in deep waters before, and he wasn't going to drown tonight without a fight. By the fifth round, the pace quickened. Lopez, sensing an opportunity, opened up with a blistering combination that got the crowd on their feet. A left hook upstairs, a right hand down the middle, followed by a thudding body shot that landed with an audible smack. Taylor bit down and fired back, landing a clean left of his own that snapped Teofimo's head back. The exchange lit a fire. In both men, this was no longer chess, it was war. In the sixth, Lopez shifted gears. He danced, bounced, let his hands go with confidence. A jab-straight right combo split Taylor's guard and pushed him onto the back foot. The crowd roared as Lopez showboated briefly, lowering his hands and inviting Taylor in. Taylor responded with a looping overhand left that grazed the top of Lopez's head. He wasn't going away. Not for pride, not for anything. Round 7 saw Lopez in full flow. He landed the cleaner shots, controlled the center of the ring, and dictated the tempo. His footwork was crisp, his reflexes cat-like. A sharp uppercut found Taylor's chin and momentarily froze him. Sensing blood, Lopez surged forward, but Taylor weathered the storm with smart clinching and crafty defense. Even hurt, Taylor remained dangerous. He answered back with sneaky counters and clever angles, reminding everyone why he was once the undisputed king at 140. By the 8th, fatigue started creeping in for both men. Their output dipped slightly, but the intensity remained. Every punch thrown carried weight. Lopez still had the quicker hands, but Taylor's timing was beginning to catch up. He started landing more consistently, slipping punches and countering with authority. A left to the body, right hook upstairs. Taylor's combinations began to flow, and suddenly the fight looked more even than ever. The 9th round was a brawl. Gone was the finesse and precision. This was grit and guts. Lopez dug deep, ripping. Shots to the ribs and uppercuts on the inside. Taylor responded in kind, standing in the pocket and exchanging fire. Blood began to trickle from Lopez's nose, and a welt had formed under Taylor's right eye. The war had taken its toll on both gladiators, but neither was willing to give an inch. As the championship rounds arrived, the stakes were sky-high. Both corners urged their fighters to close strong. Lopez came out with renewed energy in the 10th, peppering Taylor with jabs and lunging with the right hand. Taylor absorbed the onslaught, then answered with a blistering counter left that snapped Lopez's head to the side. The round swung like a pendulum, back and forth, a true toss-up between two elite operators. Round 11 might have been the best of the fight. Lopez unleashed his arsenal, jabs, hooks, uppercuts, feints. He looked like a man possessed. But Taylor, gritty and determined, wouldn't let himself be broken. He walked through fire, landing a sneaky right uppercut inside that buckled Lopez's knees for just a second. It was the kind of shot that turns a fight. But Lopez recovered quickly, responding with a booming right hand that landed flush and drew a roar from the crowd. Then came the final round. 12 minutes that would determine legacies. Both men knew it. The intensity in their eyes as they touched gloves said it all. Lopez came forward, throwing with menace, while Taylor circled and countered with precision. Every second was a war. The crowd on their feet roared with every shot. Taylor found success with the left hand, but Lopez dug deeper, landing a devastating combination to the head and body that forced Taylor to clinch. With just 30 seconds to go, Lopez let it all hang out. A flurry of punches pinned Taylor to the ropes, and for a moment it looked like the end might come. But Taylor, defiant to the last breath, fought his way off the ropes and traded to the final bell. It was a fitting end to a sensational battle, a contest defined by heart, skill, and an unwillingness to quit. When the final bell rang, the fighters embraced. Two warriors who had given everything. The tension was thick as the judges tallied their cards, and then the announcement, Teofimo Lopez, by unanimous decision. The crowd erupted, a mix of cheers and gasps. Some agreed, others didn't, but no one denied the brilliance they had just witnessed. Lopez, emotional,